What is up, everyone? As you watch this video, I will be in another continent. I'll be on a different time zone. I'll be across the world in a different universe. I'm gonna die and reincarnate in a mysterious land. You guys will get that reference if you're a nerd. So I'll be in Japan. So every year I usually go to Japan for spring Matsuri and fall Matsuri. It's my excuse to go. And guess what? That is next week, and I couldn't be more excited. I kind of almost forgot about it. I didn't realize it was already April. Jordy, April came way too fast, right?
It's already gone.
It's already gone. So we're going for spring Matsuri up at Ebisu, and then of course we're gonna make a whole trip out of it. As you guys know, I have my white S15. That is my road car now, so I can get around, do some cool bits. And if we're lucky, we'll get all the way down to Osaka and see my green S14.
We haven't seen that thing in a year.
It's been a year and I miss it. It is such a badass car, but we have some things to look forward to. I have a bunch of stuff planned. We'll see what happens. Or hopefully even cooler stuff pops up. But I'm going with a suitcase full of parts. It was very last minute. There was a couple more things I wanted to bring, but this will give me a solid foundation.
Lots of stuff.
We got
fun stuff.
Upgrades for the JZX, which I'm excited about. We got a bunch of upgrades for the S15. It feels weird bringing parts from the States to Japan, but some things are just, okay, easier to get here. So I kind of thought about the more annoying things to find, and I'm gonna bring them. The rest we'll get in Japan so we could do the whole Japanese experience and, you know, save some money because the yen's kind of low right now. You gonna miss me?
Yes, please don't leave us.
I could bring all you guys. It's so damn expensive. We'll plan better for the next one. This was a little last minute, or else I gotta bring you back to Japan. A lot to do, a lot to talk about, but I hope you guys are excited for the videos. And of course, if you guys want to see anything specific while I'm in Japan, if you guys want to see more stores, walk around Tokyo, drive in the mountains, I don't care. Let me know, because this is kind of like my vacation. Even though I'm going to be documenting, doing a lot of stuff, this is what I love, and I'm really excited for it.
This is not good. All right, take your bets. How much that thing gonna weigh?
It has to weigh under 50 pounds. I have to be closed too.
That's not bad, but you're still over.
You know what's crazy? Your backpack can be whatever weight. Do you think I can go on a plane with a set of knuckles and a turbo manifold? Will that look sketchy?
Honestly, I feel like that turbo manifold is probably that 8 pounds.
12. Let's hit the road. Am I forgetting anything? Because I feel like it. We're back, baby, back in Japan. All right, just landed from the 14-hour flight. Kicks my butt every single time. I'm exhausted. It's 3 p.m. Saturday, starting the trip right with a Picari sweat every single time. So we got a lot planned, a lot to look forward to. I gotta get used to selfie filming again, but first step is getting picked up and heading to our first stop for the trip. Gotta love Japan. Just normal airport traffic, you know? Well, boys, my taxi's here.
What's up, guys?
Oh my God, it's tight back here. What's up, buddy?
How are you going, bro?
Let's hit the road. Come on. Katsu curry. I think I was looking forward to this more than anything. First location, many moments later. So if you guys remember last trip, I got myself an S15 road car here in Japan, which is like a totally dream come true. And well, it's been being stored here at a very cool facility by a friend of mine, and we get to see, ooh, there she is. I haven't seen her in months. Oh yeah, that's my car. My S15 has been stored here at my good friend Zukisan's shop, Arios. If you guys know Zukisan, probably because you've been on the internet, because he is the crazy Japanese guy who has been drifting a McLaren all over the world. You guys saw him at the LZ World Tour in Englishtown. You guys have seen him in my Matsuri videos. And well, he has this beautiful business, Ario. So he does a lot here, but the main business is importing, exporting cars, brokering high-end cars, and then of course, car storage, and even Ebisu car. What is that called? When you like support it. Yes, support. Ebisu car support. He's been holding down my S15 for the last 6 months. This thing has been inside. He's looked after it very well for me, and I couldn't be more grateful. So This is so cool to be here and see this car once again. Suzuki! How are you?
Nice to meet you.
You're always in something cool, huh? New car? Yes. Drift car? Oh my God, you always have the coolest things, Suzuki. Oh, a couple of Polish men in Japan. What a fun surprise. The boys are getting ready for Matsuri. This is cool. Oh my God, oh, dude, what the? Oh, the 964. Yes, I love. Oh my goodness. The 32, the 34, the Chase. Oh, that's the 430. Yes. 430 challenge car. Okay. You're gonna drift this one too? Both cars are gonna be drift cars. Yes. Suzuki. So I'll drive one and we can have a drift team. How about that?
Poland now.
One's going to Poland?
Yes, sent to Poland.
For Ultra Race. Which one?
360.
The yellow car.
Yellow car.
Oh, that's good. I can't wait to tandem with this thing in Poland. You're gonna get chased by a bunch of E36s. Oh my God, what a beautiful car. Wow, wow, this is such a cool car, dude. And this has a full angle kit.
Yes.
So if you guys remember, I kept talking about the Ferrari and take that little bolt on my Maserati engine, and well, the 430 right here, this is the intake. Oh, it's so cool. But I'm doing ITBs. But the Ferrari logo would be cool. Sammy, what are you doing? Why is your whole car apart before Matsuri?
So we decided to make this car way better than before, because before it wasn't like undrivable, but it was very hard to drive.
It was very laggy. Where's the old turbo?
So my old turbo is here.
That's a big girl.
Now we go G25 Garrett, the new generation.
So this is the second gen G series. I haven't seen anyone have them yet.
Because Poland have it first, and then you guys.
Bullshit. Why does Poland have that first?
Yeah, we're trying to fit it now onto the car, and obviously nothing fits. Nothing's
I'm looking at this. You guys brought like fittings from Poland. Where?
Mig welder.
Big welding. Nice work.
We have a very good tuner, so.
And it's actually very good because the car's on link, so it's easy to do everything. Huh?
There you go. You gonna push the buttons?
You're gonna push the button.
All right, all right. I'm excited to see what this little thing can do. Good thing the gas here is good. That's all I'm gonna say. The gas.
The petrol.
I have to give a huge shout out to Zukisan for making sure this thing was safe and sound over the last few months. Car is perfect, stored indoors. I couldn't be happier. So, suitcases shoved in here. I forgot I had a bunch of junk in here from last time, but dude, come on. Like, I've missed this thing so much. Like, I know I have S15s back home, whatever, but like, the last trip I had here in this car was so amazing that just sitting in it just brings back all those vibes, and I absolutely love it. But enough rambling on for that. We gotta drive to our hotel, get some sleep because I am dying, and well, tomorrow we got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. This car is so good. So this is my room this time around for the first couple days. So this is a traditional style room, aka there's just a mattress on the ground, versus like a Western style room where it's actually like a bed. So I feel like you got to do it. It's definitely not as comfortable, but I think it's part of the experience. So if you're in Japan and you don't want this, make sure you get a Western style room, but you got to do it at least once. I need some sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, guys. Well, it's 7:30 in the morning. We're in Dake Onsen, and my S15 has a dead battery, and the hood is stuck shut. So this is the first time the car's ever left me stranded. So this will be interesting. Having a project car in a foreign country. Risky business. We'll make it work. Once this crowd of people go away, I'm gonna have to push it down the hill and hopefully pop start the thing. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I pushed it to a hill. Come on, baby. Please pop start. Oh no. Come on, please work. Damn, this is not good. Oh, thank God. Right at the bottom of the hill. All right, there's my workout for the morning. Been down here. Look at this abandoned hotel. That's wild. That place is huge. All right, let's add a new battery to the list of things we have to do today. Just walked into that. Never get sick of seeing that sign. It's the first real day here, and the name of the game is prep. We got a lot of work ahead of us because I have to get my JZX 100 ready for Ebisu, because last trip, I definitely put the car away wet, and I didn't leave on good terms with the car, so it needs a solid going through, just some maintenance. I got a couple parts for it, and we need to get that thing ready for a week of straight drifting. So we're headed down to the Side X workshop right now to do so. The S15 definitely needs some love too, so we'll get into here and do some tinkering. But yeah, to start the day off though, we're gonna head up to UpGarage first. They have the UpGarage here in Niomatsu, which is right outside of Ebisu, and it's small, but they usually have some pretty good stuff there, especially if you can get there before Matsuri actually happens and all the foreigners come in and just ransack the place. So either way, we need to get some fluids and whatnot for the JZX. It's always such a lottery when you come here, so it makes it kind of exciting. You never know what you're gonna get. You guys remember last trip, the bumper that's on my S15 was sitting here, and that was a fun surprise, but let's check it out. Now the first place you gotta run is to the wheels. They'll usually have some pretty cool wheels, but the offsets and the sizing is usually a little hit or miss. 20-inch work VSXXs. Not a bad price, but I mean, what are you gonna put these things on? Now they have the rays, the paint-ins. These things are kind of gaudy, but I swear these are gonna come back in style. Very skinny, but these with a big lip would kind of go crazy. I know Austin likes these wheels. Oh, this isn't bad. This is 18x9 plus 35 all around. That is not a bad spec. A little pricey for me though. Yeah, there's just so many big ass sizes. I swear they just buy these things for like the minivans. Oh, I think I might have just found a set of front wheels, dude. The Buddy Club P1 17x9 plus 17. That's kind of spot on. $700 for a pair of P1s with that spec is pretty good. And that's kind of the width and the offset where I need to be to run an angle kit on the front of the S15. So I might actually scoop those. Dude, awesome. Look at this spoiler for a ZN6 for like an FRS or BOZ. It's actually, it's kind of sick. I wish I could fit that in my suitcase, but I can't. I'm sorry, Austin. I didn't buy the P1s. I wanted to because they'll either fit this thing or the JZX, but it's still day one. I don't know if I want to spend like $750 on my first day here. So I might regret that if someone buys them later this week, but I'm gonna try and be good because like you get so like spend happy when you're here because you're just like, oh, it's so exciting and fun and like I can get these, and then all of a sudden you leave your trip and you spent like $6 grand and you're like, oh my God. So I'm gonna do the responsible thing and not buy things right now. All right, guys, so we are at the Side X, the Sideways Experience. This is one of their workshops. It's kind of insane how big it is, but here she is, my JZX 100. You guys have seen this car many times before. This is my Ebisu car. I got this a few years ago. It was a gem. It was perfect, and after many Matsuris later, the car is so hammered. It is smashed up every corner. I mean, it would be cool to have a clean car at Ebisu, but if you're not smashing your car up, you're not pushing your limits, and that's half the fun here. It's not only seat time, but to really push your limits and evolve as a driver, and it's really done me really well. But like I said, I put this car away rough. Like usually I like to kind of get the bumpers and stuff back on and put new tires and stuff, but I left in such a rush. It looks worse in person, I'm telling you, but the rear is so like, oh my God, it's so far over now. It's an Ebisu car. It's a proper Ebisu car. You know, it sucks to have something like this that, you know, it is expensive to see it all smashed up, but you know, it's part, like if you're not trying to run the north wall and, you know, push your luck on tandems, then what are you doing? This thing needs some love. So not only do we have to get it, you know, all the fluids changed, get it looking, you know, because I gotta at least try to get it in one piece again. I'll have a couple parts for it. So one thing that's amazing is the boys down at Phoenix sent me a care package for this car, which is huge. We have a new radiator and a front mount, or front mount and a radiator, which is really, really big. You know, we're in Japan, but that being said, it is really hard to get some parts sometimes, especially when you're only here for a week. Sometimes it's better to stack spares up because you don't want to be missing 3 days of driving because you're waiting for an intercooler to show up. And with JZXs, there is no bash bar on these things. So your intercooler is the first thing to get destroyed. And on top of that, your radiator too, because the front ends are really soft, like really soft. They get pushed in, the fan hits the radiator, blows the radiator apart, it sucks. So this thing is hammered, but it holds. So they're gonna keep the Phoenix stuff as a spare. But knowing that I have that here is huge. So Phoenix boys, thank you so much. I love their products. As you guys know, we've been using their products for all our cooling for the last few years now, and they have done us amazing. Now the big thing is, I got coilovers shipped here because I'm changing the coilovers in the car because I hate the coilovers in this car. Some really nice coils for it. They got stuck in customs, so they don't have them yet, so we'll put them in probably midweek, but for now, we got some other mods to do. It's kind of crazy to think how many laps are on this car. Like, it has done me good because I've been here. This is gonna be my 5th trip, and every time I've come here, I've done at least a solid week of straight drifting. And if you think about that in terms of laps, it's actually ridiculous. Little surprise cameo of TJ Hunt's Ebisu car. You guys got to bully TJ to come back because I've never got to drive with TJ here at Ebisu. We're always like on different schedules, but his car is super freaking cool. It is definitely a huge flex to have like a properly painted and kitted car out here, but that's too much damn money for me, but it's definitely cool. So there's 2 things on this car that's kind of always driven me nuts, and that is the coilovers and the angle kit on the car itself. So, you know, I've driven a lot of JZXs at this point, just kind of like, you know, being at Ebisu and people passing cars around. And obviously, you know, I've compared mine to theirs, driving with them, driving people with the same driving style. And I've noticed that my car is hindered by kind of those 2 things. My coilovers, one, they're D-Max, like off-the-shelf coilovers. They're way too soft. My car's super boaty. It's way too soft to the point where it's not even promoting grip. It's just not even allowing the tire to get put into the ground properly. And so the car has always been a little bit looser, which means it's slower, which gets a little frustrating when you're trying to keep up with some fast drivers. On top of that, the angle kit, it adds to that too. Currently it has a reverse knuckle angle kit, which one of the things I don't like about it is it uses a 50 mil extended lower arm. So it extends this 2 inches. Most of the kits are only 1 inch, 25 mil. All the other kits are 25 mil, so you can get them right from Kazama. They show up in a few days and you're good to go, or people usually have spares in the pits. With these, they're very hard to get spares for. I've bent to lower before. You know, you're gonna do it. You're gonna bend suspension components not only from accidents and hitting wheels with people, but the track here is brutal. There's a lot of big dirt drops, and sometimes you drop a wheel in a tandem and it's a pothole and you bend shit and it gets really, really tricky. So going to a 25 mil arm would be huge. The simplest you can make your car here and the easiest to get replacement parts for, the better. That's kind of why JZXs were so good for so long, is because the parts were so plentiful in their tanks. Now, is that kind of the case? I don't know. Like, I'm kind of starting to lean towards these 350Zs, even though they're 350Zs and they're kind of ugly. But they kind of fit that realm where like they're tanks and the parts are very abundant. So I'm like leaning towards switching to a Z, which kind of drives me nuts, but it is what it is. So on top of that, the reverse knuckle is a very, very aggressive knuckle, which is really cool. Really, really, really awesome. It's really fun. Ruse, the whole team reverse team, love those guys. I love their knuckles, their styling. But the problem is not a lot of cars are set up like that here. So my car ends up being very snappy, very aggressive and very style based, which is cool, but it's very hard to mimic the other driving styles of the average driver here, where it'll be more tamed and more shallow. So I really have to hold back the steering wheel when I'm chasing people. Drives me mad sometimes, so we're switching the angle kit. Switching the angle kit, not only are we getting rid of that crazy extended lower, but we're gonna make the car more tamed and easier to drive faster, which is huge. So this time I came prepared-ish. I came prepared-ish because I'm still waiting on some parts in the Japanese mail. But right here is my new angle kit in my backpack. All right, so this time around, I'm gonna So this time around, I'm gonna be switching to a Serial 9 angle kit for the JZX 100. A lot of guys here will either use Kazama or Hyman. Those are like the two most common knuckles that you'll actually find here. I've driven both. I don't really like the Kazama kit, and the Hyman kit is a little lackluster for me, but Austin has this kit on his JZX 90. I drove his car, absolutely love the feel of it. It's really good for driving aggressive, having big angle, but also is able to tame the car very nicely at low angle, which allows you to be faster in the chase, which is huge. These I just brought in, honestly, like, if you're gonna do this stuff, try to bring as many parts as possible. It just makes life easier and you have to rely on less people, which is huge. So big thing too, tie rods. You will bend the shit out of these. I don't care what car you're driving, you will bend the tie rods like crazy because the track conditions and the driving conditions, the tie rod takes everything. And so these are kind of tricky to get and they're not that expensive. For like, I think it's like 90 bucks USD. You get 2 of them and they're already like reinforced. They're thicker than OE and you can get these through Serial 9, which is huge. So with that, I also get GS 300 outers, which on Rock Auto are really cheap. So I brought a bunch of outers, bunch of inners from Serial 9 and a Serial 9 angle kit. Now the only thing is the arms are at the hotel. They just showed up, so I'm gonna go pick those up. But for now, let's get off the old angle kit. I am so thankful to the Side X boys for letting me use the shop, because doing this in the parking lot at Ebisu would kind of suck. All right, so let's look at the angle kit and how it's different if you guys care, especially for you JZX guys out there. So this is the reverse knuckle, and what they did was they took an OEM knuckle, which is this little piece right here, very Toyota type of design here, and they moved the tie rod pickup point, right? That's what most modern knuckles are. So you could tell they brought it in way closer and changed the pickup angle of it, right? So way shorter for quicker steering, and then this angle will kind of basically affect the Ackerman. You guys can see these are 2 inches extended from the factory. Quite a freaking bit, gave me a lot of track width, which was cool, but it made clearancing a little bit tricky. So Serial 9 knuckle adapter. So it's an adapter, it's actually not a complete new knuckle. So what we have to do is this will take an OEM style knuckle and it'll bolt between this and the actual hub. All right, does that make sense? Nice and easy, boom. The only thing we have to do is actually lop this off right here because it gets in the way. But if you look at the two comparatively to each other, you could see the tie rod pickup point when it comes to the closeness, right? So how quick it's going to steer is very similar. It's actually slightly bit in, maybe like 2 mils, which might make it feel like it turns a little bit quicker. But as you could tell, this pickup point is actually way farther forward than the reverse knuckle. It's probably like another 6 to 7 mils, which is going to change the Ackerman. Maybe a little less snappy and aggressive in transition, which is cool. But with the lower Ackerman, it should hopefully make the car a little bit faster in drift, which is really good. So it's a nice, beautiful billet piece, and I'm actually really excited to run 25 extended lower arms because these 50 mil extended arms are so hard to find. Out with the old and in with the new, brand new Serial 9 lowers, 25 mil extended. The factory knuckles we cut in half, the adapters, and we're good to go. We also have to replace the outer tie rods because these are extended. Very, very excited for this one. Let's do some YouTube magic because this isn't that interesting. All right, I forgot what the last clip was, but it's together, and I'm happy I didn't film it because when you're by yourself, holding up that control arm, trying to get all those bolts to line, big struggle bus. But front is good. It's all tight, ready to go. Very excited for that. Since we're bringing the track width down, it'll lose a lot of front camber, which is huge. The car always had a really bad understeer issue at low angle, which I can imagine it was probably from having an excess amount of front camber, which, you know, obviously lessens the grip in the front. So that is really good. Full bolt check and everything around the car and the rear. Everything's good to go. Like, honestly, underneath, the car is actually pretty nice. I haven't been underneath this car in a long time, and it was a pleasant surprise. Not bad at all. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's actually pretty solid. I mean, the exhaust is kind of how you doing back there, but I mean, that's whatever. It doesn't need to be anything, but it all looks really good on here. Everything's still nice and tight, good to go. I mean, underneath this car looks It looks beautiful. This angle, I read it backwards. This actually has a lot of acronym. The car, honestly, this car might love it. Yo, look how fucking pushed in it is. There we go. There you go. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Don't be scared. Dude, this is so bad. Oh, look at it. Look at it fill the gap. Brian would be proud. Impressively enough, this actually kind of fits now because this used to be in like 2 inches. And now, that actually kind of lines up, so I'll take it. I'm proud of this one, dude. We got self-tappers in the right spots now.
You're gonna be taking the wall with you, man.
I hope so, man. I'm gonna win this battle, I'm telling you that. That's a good car. Put that straight to the auction.
Yeah. This is at least a 3.5.
I was gonna say, at least a 3.5. Latch it, just bang it down. Yeah, that's shit. We'll get one of those suitcase latches for that. How about that?
Yeah, perfect.
Boys, we got her pulled out. Front end's aligned as best as I could. If this thing had a front bumper on, it would actually look pretty damn presentable. The rear, I'm very impressed with this. We got this thing pretty squared up. Like, this was really pushed in. And then the best thing ever, I'm mad I didn't film this, but we were kind of freeballing it. If you remember, my door right here used to sit up like over here because the hinges got bent. And I used the porta power on the hinges and got the door squared. Brian would have been very, very proud for that one, so I'm really stoked. So the car is actually looking pretty damn presentable, and I'm really stoked about it. So I cannot wait for my new coils to come in because the coilovers, I think, are going to transform this car. And so tomorrow we'll test it with the angle kit, get a new feel for the car. I'm expecting great things, and we'll go from there. But I'm excited. Dues paid today. Do some tires tomorrow and have some fun. But it's just cool to be here in Japan again. Just feels nice to be out and doing my own thing. And I don't know. I love this car so much. Like the best, ugly, coolest looking car. Don't scratch the paint. Guys, well, it's time to bring it to the track, and we'll finish the rest of the small prep up tomorrow, get some tires on it, and finally do some laps. Nothing hits like that first lap back here, and I'm pumped. It's like so awesome to come here in the beginning of the season, and it just kind of gives you a really good shakedown for the rest of the season. And I'm so stoked to finally deal with the feeling of the car that I haven't been happy with. So with the angle kit and the new coils coming in this week, the car should feel amazing. I've just been dying to drive and hang out with my friends, so very excited for this week.
Yeah, I went into the rears, yeah.
All right, the first lap is always terrifying. We gave it a quick alignment, whole new angle kit and everything, and it's wet. So we'll see how it goes, but. Okay, I mean, you have to initiate angle a little bit more, like you have to give it a little bit more of an input, but it feels really good at angle. All right, do we go straight for the north flick?
Get it out of our system.
All right. Oh, it's so loose out. That was proper. Cool, I'll take that.
That was a good first over the hill.
That was a good first over the hill.
Especially in the conditions.
Yeah, especially the conditions, yeah. All right, first laps felt great. The angle kit definitely feels different, but I'm really in love with it. Just in those 2 little quick chases that we just did, I could already tell the car pivots around the nose so much faster. I can get it to settle and transition way quicker, which allows me to really just see what they're doing and then mimic it versus having to guess and get ahead of the curve, if that makes sense. But whatever, I'm excited. Honestly, my day's made just from that. But C09 AK49 knuckle, nice boy, nice job, boys. You killed that. All right, well, today went by quick, running around doing a lot of errands and whatnot, but car feels amazing, super happy. Can't wait to test this thing in the dry and actually get some proper laps. But for now, it was nice to have a chill day for once and just take it easy, and we can let the chaos begin tomorrow.